Hi, my name is Peter Grodi, and welcome to Faith of Our Flyers.
Hey, what did I say about sitting in my chair? Get out of here! I told you not to come in my office anymore. Come on, man. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Faith of Our Flyers. I'm the real Peter Grodi. Time is moving quickly, and we only have a few days left until Advent. Once Advent gets here, I'll start doing some more theme videos about Advent in preparation for Christmas.
Silver bells.
Get out of here. But until then, we got a great video this week for you guys, a real fun video. But first, a couple updates. Firstly, the new day of the week that Faith of Our Flyers is going to come out when the new episode comes out, it's going to be Thursdays. I've pretty much been doing it on Thursdays for like a month now, but I'm officially moving it to Thursdays because it's just a heck of a lot easier for me to do it on Thursdays. Secondly, we have another After 5 youth group event going on this Sunday. It's a kickball game we're having this Sunday night, 6:30, meet at the social hall. What is it? 4th graders to 12th graders, I think is what it is. Sure to be a good time. I know people who came to Scavenger had a good time, so I hope to see you out there. Once again, 6:30, meet at the social hall for food and then games afterwards. Okay, so imagine this. You're a pro footballer or a famous actor or actress. You have it all. So everything you thought would make you happy. You have arrived. You've got fame, you got money, you got power, you got somebody who loves you, all those things, and yet something seems to be off. So you drop everything, you leave it all behind, and you become a Catholic priest or nun. And the entire world's like, what? And your friends think you're crazy, and it's just like, it's ridiculous, right? Well, that's what happened to me. No, it's not true at all. I was a fry cook before this happened. It did happen to some people, and that's what we're going to talk about this video. I have 5 people who left behind everything in the world. Everything that the world tells us is everything in life. They left it all behind to become Catholic priests and Catholic nuns. So check it out. Number 1, we got Joe Freedy, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. For all you football players with idols in college football, here's the guy you should be looking at. After graduating from high school, Joe attended Buffalo College, where he ended up being the starting quarterback after a few seasons. In the time there, he played against guys such as Ben Roethlisberger and Brian Leftwich. I mean, these guys were big-time players he played against. While his team didn't do super well, he as an individual player was given a lot of great reviews by athletic analyzers. While he was in college, he lived the party lifestyle. He had a girlfriend he thought he was going to marry. But before his senior year, he felt God tugging him a little bit on the heart, a little bit in the heartstrings. And sure enough, he gave it all up to become a Catholic priest. Now, Joe never went on to become like a professional NFL quarterback or anything like that. But just wait for these next few. Number 2, Dolores Hart, Chicago. While not from our recent generation, this incredible woman is worthy of great note in this lineup. While you may not have heard of her, perhaps you've heard of, Elvis Presley. Why does that matter? Well, Dolores had a successful acting career. She played roles in 9 different movies, including one where she played the love interest of, yes, you guessed it, the one and only king of rock and roll himself, Elvis Presley. What? She was being touted as one of the next stars of the acting world. She was engaged to be married, she was young, she was beautiful, she had it all going for her. She had the dream. She had the dream that most people dream of. But God came knocking at her door, and despite the fact that all of her friends called her crazy, as I'm sure many of you would, she left it all behind to become a nun in the Benedictine order. Funnily enough, she said the turning point in her choice was when she played St. Clair in a movie about St. Francis of Assisi. She is quoted as saying to her naysayers, "If you had heard what I hear, you would come here too." Number 3, Grant Desmay. I think that's how you say his name. California. When it comes to baseball, this guy was the real deal. At the University of California, he earned a Conference Player of the Year award, was the A's 2nd round draft choice in 2007. 2nd round draft choice. That's right, this guy hit the big leagues, literally. After a couple of seasons with, he had a wrist injury that prevented him from really doing well. He hit what was called his breakout season in his 3rd season in the minor leagues. And he was touted as being the next big thing. So what did he do? He gives it all up and is now studying to be a Catholic priest. Desmond said the injury made him rethink things a little bit, but he ultimately said that it was the lasting tugging at his heart, the disquiet in his heart, which made him make the choice to leave all of his stardom, all of his future success in big leagues, and to become a Catholic priest, to follow God's calling. Number 4, Olala Oliveros. I have no idea if I'm saying that right or wrong. Hopefully you're not watching this video. Olala Oliveros from Spain. So now we're getting to move across the ocean a little bit. This Spanish model was past the up-and-coming stage. She had a successful career as an actress and as a model in not only Spain but around the world. It was after visiting Fatima, the place where Mary appeared to 3 children in 1917. It's one of the most well-known Marian apparition sites in the world. It was after visiting there that she had what she called an earthquake experience, and she actually saw herself in her mind. She had this image that came into her mind of herself in a nun's habit. And she said at first she thought it was absurd, which I can relate to, you know? I would look terrible in an outfit. But she's quoted as saying, "The Lord is never wrong. He asked if I would follow him. How could I refuse?" She said yes to God, which I guess is always a smart decision, and became a nun in the semi-cloistered order of St. Michael. The last guy on our list, his story might be the most well-known, though you may not have heard of it, because he was recently ordained a priest. This guy is Philip, once again, sorry if I'm butchering the name, Milrine, from Ireland. This guy's story might be the most well-known because he's been in the news a little bit. This guy has got the most incredible story. I mean, you talk about giving everything away. Okay, so this guy, he was a professional soccer player in England, and he played for a little team that you might have heard of, Manchester United. That's right, Manchester United. If you don't know what Manchester United is, you could probably call them like the British version of the New England Patriots when it comes to sports, okay? You get what I'm talking about? He had everything. His salary was in the ballpark of £600,000. Now I haven't really checked the conversion rate of pounds to dollars, but I do know it was well over $1 million. This guy had it all. I mean, he had money, he had fame, he had a career that he loved, but there were 2 things that he didn't have: peace and happiness. He said the lifestyle was bringing me pleasure, but nothing lasting. Philip said that he was buying 3 or 4 new fancy cars a year just because he was bored and was trying to find a way to get rid of that boredom. But he couldn't shake the disquiet and the malaise that was constantly in his heart. And so he followed God's calling and became not only a priest, he became a Dominican priest, which is a religious order. The Dominicans also call the order of preachers. And as a religious priest, he took a vow of poverty, just like the nuns, the 2 nuns that we talked about. A vow of poverty means he gave everything away. He not only gave away the future salary he had, he gave away all of his money and everything he owned. You think this guy was a baller before he became a priest? To make that kind of decision, and I think I gave up a lot to be a priest. So those are the 5 people who walked away from stardom to take religious vows and promises. How amazing is that? Mind you, these are just a few of the many people who have done this. So I'll probably do another video some other time on some other people in the same situation. There's a lot of lessons to learn from such people. Perhaps one of the big ones that we should focus on is this. What was it that all these people had in common? Answer: they followed the peace. In all their success, their bright futures, their sterling careers, all the things that they had going for them, their marital prospects, these people felt the disquiet in their hearts. They felt the unhappiness, all the things that were going on, all that stuff that they had, none of it appeased their hearts. Because their hearts belonged to God and He knew what was best for them. He had made them with a purpose, a meaning in life. You want to know something else about these people? They're all happier afterwards. They all say it. So when we follow God, when we follow His purpose for our lives, it's what we're meant to do. It's how we're meant to live. And it's what is going to make us happy and fulfilled. And if you follow that peace, follow the peace in your hearts, you'll find your way. You'll find the thing that makes your life meaningful. Because you can have it all, but sometimes you gotta give it all up for the one thing that matters most. What the heck, man? Where is everybody? Alright, this time. This is what they gotta go through when they make videos. It's terrible. So that's all we got for you for today. But just remember, Sunday, 6:30, meet at the social hall. We're gonna have a kickball tournament. Dinner first, so be sure to come. It's going to be a good time. And also be sure to tune in next week as we start preparing for Advent, all those things that we're going to do. There's just so much to talk about in preparation for Christ coming at Christmas.
Silver bells.
Well, that's okay. Till next week. That's good. Yeah, I would have still ended like that. That's hilarious.